What's good, Budget Fam? It's your boy, Sneakerhead and Budget, one of the hardest working sneakerheads on YouTube. Go give me a like, share, subscribe. Definitely if you love these videos. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. You can definitely be the one who helps. So definitely appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, for liking and commenting and subscribing and sharing and all that good stuff. But I kind of want to talk to you guys about something kind of serious today. It's taken me a long time to kind of create this video. I've always had different reasons and excuses why I wouldn't make this video, but I kind of feel like, you know, seeing a lot of, like, DJ Sneakerhead did a video on the most valuable shoe to him, and he really touched bases, and it kind of got me because he talked about how it's been real tough for him to make that video. It's been tough for me to make this video only because, again, the perception of things, where it goes, where, you know, you don't want people to, you want people to know what's going on, but you kind of don't want people to know what's going on. It's that weird dynamic where you struggle with. And I just want to tell you guys my story. Hopefully it helps somebody else out, as well as hopefully you guys just, you know, embrace your own journeys. But this month is actually Mental Health Awareness Month, and me finally getting in tune with what I'm going to with mental health. I definitely feel like maybe this can help somebody out. So I'm not gonna go to like a whole backstory. It's like, you know, it was a cold day on January. So I'm not gonna do that to you guys, but I just want to kind of tell you guys on my journey. So pretty much sneakers has been an outlet for me to kind of get my mind off things. Since I was younger, I've always had these thoughts of suicide and these thoughts of just negative thoughts, and no one really thought it was around me. I done really good at masking it because, you know, growing up, the whole thing is like, you're male, so you're a man, so you tough it out, right? So you tough it out, and that's what you're supposed to do. So that's what I would do, you know, at a young age. And I don't know how I adapted that, but I guess from like watching TV and movies and stuff like that, it wasn't really acceptable to kind of like accept mental health as like that, if you guys understand what I'm talking about. So, you know, I kind of just went through it and just kind of kept it to myself. And there's a lot of days where I was sitting by myself and I was thinking, yo, this might be it. Like, I think I'm done. That's at a young age too. And so, you know, one thing that kind of helped me out was basketball and watching basketball and stuff like that. That kind of helped me out in playing. But when it comes to playing, you kind of, you know, look at other aspects of it, and it was the sneakers. I remember seeing Jordan in this Come Fly With Me tape. He had the Jordan 3s on, and I started getting enamored with shoes. And then when shoes started becoming the focus, and when you're in school, like, kids are harsh, so they kind of make fun of you for the schools. They kind of make fun of you for the shoes. So definitely, I started being well known about, like, thinking about looking at people's shoes and looking at what they wear, and I used to draw shoes because it relaxed me. I used to draw silhouettes and stuff, and it relaxed me. I want to be like a sneaker designer. And so, you know, growing up, I shoes was everything. I tried to collect. You know, I was collecting since 2000, and I didn't really have like the best shoe collection then. It was just more like little things I can grab here and there, or gifts or anything like that, Nike outlets and stuff. So we didn't really have the best of shoes, but it was mine. It was mine, and it meant something to me. And just watching shoes and looking at that, it really helped me through a lot of dark times where, you know, I just like would draw. I would draw a sneaker, or I would be on like NBA 2K or NBA Live at the time or whatever, and I would sit there and just create shoes. I'll sit on the game for hours on hours whenever I had this mental breakdown, and I would just create shoes because, you know, I would mask it out there. I wouldn't tell anybody. I just go on the game. I'll be on there for hours. No one really understood what I was doing, but I just be on there just customizing shoes, like meticulously, the sole, the laces, the midsole, like anything, the eyelets, anything about that shoe. Like, I would just be very meticulous on and create it, and that's what helped me when I was really going through it. And so fast forward, when I get older, it's still there. Like, I fell in the pressures of life and everything. And then one day my collection was good, and I was like building it up. And then one day, you know, my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, but she's my wife. Our apartment got broken into, and they stole it. Like, they stole my collection at that time, and it killed me because that was something that I built up from scratch since 2000. Those shoes that Like I had to grind for, sell cans for, a bunch of other stuff, and it was taken away from me at that one swoop. Like it was gone. And the thing that really kept me going at the time was like, you know, at that moment it was more like, okay, make sure my wife is safe, make sure we're safe, make sure we go to a better place, not so we have to worry about this happening anymore. So we moved, and that became the focus. And then once all that was done, once the whole like, we have to get this done to get done, and we moved out and we got everything situated, it dawned on me, and I was like, yo, like my stuff is gone, like my shoes are gone. And I know it kind of sounds like, for a lot of people, you know, really on shoes, but that was the thing. That's the thing I coped with. That's the thing that kept me out of gangs. That's the thing that kept me out of a whole bunch of stuff. It's just, I just like shoes, and I thought I was gonna be like a designer with Nike or something like that. And so I wanted to keep my slate clean. So that's the thing that kind of kept me there. And it was hard because once those was gone, I felt like my identity was gone. I felt like, you know, what is there now? Because I was going to school, I didn't particularly like school, and I was stressing myself out with that. And you know, I was doing other things, trying to, you know, make extra money and try to build stuff for future stuff. And you know, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself, and I didn't have that outlet anymore. My stuff was gone, so I tried to mask it in other things. And it seemed like as I was getting older, those habits came back where I was just like, just holding it in, and it was tough. It was a tough time. It was a really tough time. I'm trying not to get emotional. It's a really tough time for me because it got to a point where I was so stressed out. You know, I was so stressed out. Like my job at the time wasn't doing good. I was in my field of physical therapy, and I wanted to enjoy it so much, but I couldn't. There's too many politics there. And I was so stressed out and just not feeling like I knew the person in the mirror or at peace at all. Like, and it was during the holiday season where I almost took my life because I was at the point where I was like, I was done. And I know a lot of people, again, it's like, really, sneakers? But I was really done, guys. Like, I was like, and it was during Christmas too, and I know the statistics say that a lot of suicide happens during the holidays. And I absolutely love Christmas, so that shows you like the dynamic of I wouldn't want to do that during the holidays. But at that point, you gotta understand that I was at my end. Like I was really, really done. And then my wife, God bless her, helped me through that moment. And I got some therapy sessions in, and they said, hey, what changed? Like, what kept you going? If you had this issue since then, what changed? And I said, well, I told them about, my shoes got stolen back in 2014. And, you know, I left that behind in 2014 because I thought that was childish, and I was trying to be an adult. And they was like, well, you don't have to buy like a million shoes, but do what you love. And so when COVID hit, and I'm not trying to make COVID seem like it was this great time period because I know we lost a lot of people doing that. When COVID hit, it gave me, my job laid us off, and they gave me some time to actually sit there and meditate and focus and think about what I want in my life. And slowly I started buying shoes again, and for some reason it kind of helped me feel better again. It kind of helped me feel happy again. And again, I'm not saying shoes is your thing. I'm not saying buy shoes to feel happy, but it's the art of collecting, the art of searching, the art of going for something. Like, I love the stories of shoes. I love when they come up with something, oh, this is the reason why this is that, and I'm like really into it. I love studying the shoe. I love studying the technology in it. I love looking back at, in 1998, this is what happened with this player and this and that, and I love that stuff. I love that energy. I love the community and how it was. So for me, it was about getting back to what made me happy, and that was made me happy. Now, if anything makes you happy, let's say like being creative, like making YouTube, was also something that kind of made me happy because it helped me be creative, especially in the sneaker space. And a part of me back then, when my shoes got stolen, I was doing YouTube, and I was getting some traction. It was cool. I was thrifting. I was doing some reviews, and then I stopped, and there's a lot of pressure on that. And then because I was like, is this really what I want to do? A lot of people tell me I shouldn't be doing this because it's not productive. And so I stopped doing it, and that also contributed to me not being happy, because I actually really enjoyed YouTube. And some people say, well, why do YouTube if that makes you, helps you with your mental health? There's a lot of negative people on there. And I'm like, yeah, there is. There's a lot of negative people on there. Like, some people don't know, like, sometimes it takes me, like, when I start going in here, my wife's like, hey, go do a YouTube video, go be creative and do that, and it really helps me out. Some people don't know, like, sometimes I'd be like really on a breaking point, and I do a video just on the strength, on this little 1% strength, and then I post it up and I feel better. And then some people go on and be negative, and I understand that. It's social media, so I understand when it comes to anything social media, people are gonna be negative. I mean, there's soldiers who come home and people dislike it. Beethoven's like Fifth Symphony or whatever, it gets dislikes. So I understand, like, there's just people out there who's just gonna be that. But that's why, I went back into sneakers and I got back on YouTube, because it really helped me with my own healing and my own therapy on getting back. And sneakers really saved my life, dude. Like, I mean, it's weird saying that, but they did. Like, it really put me back at peace. And I'm not saying I'm 100% better. I'm still working on myself. I'm still trying to get better. But, when I look at these things, sometimes I sit here and I meditate around these, and it makes me feel good knowing the stories behind it and how I got them, the story of how I got them. That really puts me in being a sneakerhead. So I just want to share this with you guys, so you guys see where my channel, my heart of my channel. This definitely helps me with my therapy. Shoes help me with my therapy. And if you guys are struggling with anything, I definitely want you guys to reach out. I definitely want you guys to feel comfortable. If you guys want to hit me up on any of my social medias, just because you want to reach out, you want somebody to talk to, I'm also here for you. I would tell you guys, if you're also struggling with suicide or anything like that, definitely reach out to the suicide hotline. Definitely reach out to your loved ones and build a game plan so you don't lose your life, guys, because you are special. You do deserve everything great in this world, and I don't want you to take your life before you can get to that point, because I almost did. So I'm going to leave you guys on that note. If you guys want to have a discussion, we can have a discussion. It's your boy Sneakerhead on a Budget. I appreciate you guys. I'm trying to stay strong. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hope you love all of my shit. I hope you love all of my shit. I'm still